All right, folks, I'm going to start something extremely different from today onwards. I've been sort of playing this game called RimWorld. I've done around 20 episodes of it. Sort of these let's play videos, I thought I'd gain some subscribership doing that, but it hasn't really grown well. I mean, I've had some random spurts of views and stuff like that, but it hasn't really gone that far. And so I thought I'm going to switch my tactics. I mean, 20 episodes is enough to gauge the interest level in a game or a video. So I thought it's time to do something different. So here I am with something different for y'all. What I'm going to be doing is game reviews, but these game reviews are going to be a little different. What's going to be different about them is that these reviews will help you decide whether you want to buy the game or not. And by that, what I mean is that I'm not here trying to excite you about the game because you know what? There is no such thing as a great game for everyone. There are games which certain types of people enjoy. And my focus is going to be like just to tell you what kind of game you should be buying. Is this the kind of game for you? How does the game feel like when you play it? What's fun about it? What's irritating about it? And I'm going to do all this as I play the game. So you're going to get real time feedback and a real time feel of what the game is like. And that's what's going to really differentiate my reviews from the other reviews. And so I'm going to start off today with a really fun casual game called OceanHorn. It's a game made by Cornfox and Bros. It was released in 2013. It's an action adventure as they call it, but it's really fun to play. This, I think, is one of those things, games in a gamer's journey, where you realize that you've been playing a lot of games with a lot of gore and action and blood spurting out and, axes and all of that stuff. And you suddenly want to take a break from it and you want to have some fun, just good, clean fun. And that's what this game is about. Like, it's a game with which even a kid can play, but I think it's equally fun for adults. And it's really simple, casual, and neat. And that's what makes it so endearing. It's got beautiful graphics, it's got a wonderful audio soundtrack, and it's the kind of game you play to get entertained. It's so funny that in today's world we play so many games, and these games are supposed to be for leisure and fun, but they become so serious and so stressful, right? It's so strange. This is something that we should ideally be doing just for fun. We should be having fun doing it. And unfortunately, a lot of games are like as serious, if not more serious and more stressful than real life itself. And I think that's where OceanHorn really stands out. This is the kind of game it is. And let me start playing it to show you what exactly it's like, right? So I'm going to hit the button. I'm going to delete an old game which I used to practice to make this video. And I'm going to start this game now, right? This game is available on practically every platform. It's available on iOS, Android, it's available on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, everything. So that's one thing that's really a simple decision for you. Like if you want a game that can be played on practically any platform, this is the game for you. Yeah. I'm gonna skip through the intro videos and stuff like that because it's gonna ruin the game for you. So I don't want to do any of that stuff.
Whatever happens next.
So I'm just gonna
Wake
get
up.
right into the game
The time
and
has
show you
come.
what it's like to play it. Alrighty then. So as you notice, the graphics in this game is very interesting. Like it's not full 3D in the sense that like you can't really your viewpoint cannot be moved around too much, but at the same time, it's not as boring as 2.5D as well, where it's like just a bunch of cells, right? It's good fun. It's a good balance, and it makes the game feel real. It doesn't feel like a bunch of tiles, right? It doesn't feel like a bunch of squares. So that's really nice. I really like how the game designers have pulled this off. Has that villagey feel to it, and it's It really makes you feel peaceful when you play the game. Yeah. So, okay, a lot of these little notice boards that will tell you what to do and will fill you in with parts of the storyline. It has a very light storyline. Like, it's not something that you have to read like pages and pages off. It's like little tidbits of information that you can put together to form a story. Or you don't need to really form the story. Just go play the game. Just move along, and you'll figure it out on your own, right? So, yep, I'm going to skip the notice boards because I've done them already. Um, you move around with the WASD keys. I'm playing on a PC, so obviously these are PC controls. If you're playing it on some other game controller, you'll have to figure the controls out. But this game is, I mean, there's no rocket science to the controls. It's all very simple controls, and there's really nothing very difficult to learn here. So you use the WASD keys to move. The really nice thing about the game is that it doesn't let you do something stupid like fall off this cliff. So you don't really die because you did something stupid, moved around. You don't have to feel nervous about where you go. If you can go there, chances are you're not going to die unless there's a trap or something else, which will be obvious to you as you play the game, right? So that's that, and then you can interact with objects by hitting the spacebar. You can use the spacebar to pick up this spot, for example. Hit the spacebar again, he's gonna drop it. But you can also combine your movement keys with the drop to kind of throw it. And sometimes when you throw stuff, he will, you get little bonuses. So don't forget to explore the map and keep hitting stuff and trying to interact with them, because a lot of things can give you a lot of stuff. And the way this game works, I mean, I figured this out after playing it for a lot of time, is that it kind of gives you what you want. So when you hit these little things, if you're low on health, chances are you'll get health, right? It's not the kind of game that punishes you a lot for its, to be able to play the game. It's a game that you can play without really struggling too much. Like I said, it's not the kind of serious game where you struggle. I mean, it's games are supposed to be fun. This game is fun. That's what it is. So there are a lot of secret areas which you can find on the mini map. So here's one of them. You just open this up, and there are some coins for me. All right, cool. So you hit space to interact with objects. You use the left mouse button to hit things. So I'm gonna just find an enemy and kill them, so you can see what that feels like. Most of the enemies are pretty cute. They make funny sounds. They don't really make you feel like you're gonna die or something. You don't get like nervous about it. And even if you die, it doesn't really hurt you too much in the game. This game has very little grind. There's really no grind. The only places where I feel that there's some grind is in the boss levels where you have to kill the bosses. But even those are really, it's not too bad. It's not like you're gonna really struggle with those levels. Yeah. Now this little beacon here are the save games. I really wish all games had a save feature like this. I don't want to be dealing with files. I don't want to be naming my game. Like, just give me a slot. Just allow me to reach certain places on the map and save the game for me, right? Beautiful. Wonderful implementation. I really enjoy this. Alright, so that's how you save the game. So keep coming back to these beacons to save your game, right? Alright, I'm gonna find some trouble so that I can quickly show you what things feel like in the game. Yeah. One really important thing which you should know about this game is it's not the kind of game that you can win by brute force. You can't just shoot your way or kill your way to a win. You're gonna have to use your head a lot, and that makes it really interesting. Even killing monsters, right? It's not straightforward. Some of them, like these initial monsters, you can just get to them. But as you get more sophisticated monsters, they're gonna have very interesting characteristics about them. Even the bosses, for example, there are certain ways in which you can kill them easily, and the whole trick is to find those ways. Then it makes it very, very easy to play the game. So yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get into one of the caves here to show you an aspect of what it's like. And like I said, there are a lot of tricks and traps in this game. For example, you might come here and realize there's a key with the door that you can't get through and walk right off. But if you explore a little bit more, you'll see that there's a pathway here, and then that interestingly leads to something. I gotta hit by this guy. Let me get him. Alright, I've got him. Okay, now this is what I wanted to show you. Now this is a puzzle in the game. Now, there's no real way to figure out that something is a puzzle or not. Some of the puzzles have a reset button, which I'll show you. I think the next puzzle in this level has that, so I'll show you that. But this is a puzzle, and these puzzles are really interestingly made, right? You're gonna have to figure out. I mean, stuff is not obvious. Some of the initial puzzles are fun, but as you go along, it's not as simple as it is. At the same time, it's not like some mathematical physics stuff like you're going to solve some equation to clear these puzzles. They're usually pretty simple things, and you try a few combinations, you'll figure it out. All right, so here's a puzzle. Basically, if I step on this thing is going down. So now I'm very happy. I'm going to try and just walk over here to the chest that's ahead of it. But as I start walking, boom, this closes. So what are we going to do? Well, here's a clue. There's a little box around here. Maybe I can interact with this object. I can't pick it up. Can I push it? Oh, there we go. I can push it. All right. So, do you kind of get what we're supposed to do here? I kind of did because I played this a lot so far. So you just push it onto the button, and the box is going to keep the button pressed, and I can now freely walk to my chest. And we've got a key. The key lets us go into a lot of places. These guys keep spawning again. That's maybe one source of grind. Yeah, actually, that's one source of grind. Yeah, for sure. All right, let me walk into another puzzle quickly and show you the puzzle reset, because that's something you should know. Okie dokie. We're gonna just walk in, open up this gate. This is a straightforward button. Not every button is the type of button where it just closes when you walk away from it. It's only certain types of buttons that are that way. Keep looking for little visual cues. Like, look at this button. It has that little blue circle around it. Maybe, you can be rest assured that any blue button behaves the same way, right? But the other button that we pressed, if you remember, was red, right? So here we go. Here is a puzzle that has a reset button. So if I step on this, it resets something. Now we don't really know what it's resetting, because right now the puzzle is in the initial state already, right? Okay, so we're walking down to this. This place is difficult. I'm not able to like sidestep or get into it. I can stand on this, but that doesn't seem to do anything. But what's interesting is there are two buttons here. Do we have to do something with the buttons here? Like, I can stand here, but then how do I get this button to press? Maybe I can put something on it to keep it pressed? Probably. That's what any blue, red button is about anyway, right? But what object do I have here? I don't seem to have a box. But I see something interesting here. There are two buttons here, and there are two flames here. Maybe it's something to do with the flames. I can lift the flame. I can throw it around. Let me step on the reset button now. It got the flame back. All right. Okay, so now we know what we want to do, right? We want to go here. Now, there is a little bit of an irritation in this game when it comes to placing objects and stuff, because your arrow keys kind of point him diagonally to the map. So getting him to drop things at a particular place, especially when it's like this, you're going to have to use a combination of the movement keys to get him to align along the map. That's a little irritating at times, but not needed here, but you'll find that as you play the game. Right, so I'm gonna go right along here and just place this fella. Ow! I did something stupid, didn't I? Alright, turn around, place it. Okay, that's good enough. Standing on the edge, but it's good enough. Yeah, this game is pretty kind of relaxed when it comes to hitting milestones. You're not trying to do some precarious balance of objects and stuff like that. You generally keep things near where they're supposed to be, and things just work, right? So it's pretty cool. I have found something very interesting. What have I found? I found a sword. So cool. So I've got my sword now. And the sword is very interesting. You use the left mouse button to hit, but then you can use the shift key. And if you notice, he brings a shield forward to protect himself. That's pretty cool. I got a lever here. What does this lever do? You can just hit the lever to activate it. There we go. Yeah. Now, some of these objects remember this, that some objects need to be interacted with using space, some of them need to be hit. That lever needed to be hit. All right, I got another space. I seem to have found a way up and out of the map. Okay. Now, not everything is like a puzzle, but they're like little obstacles that you still have to think your way through. Like this, for example, very simple. You just have to push the box out of the way and into the water, right? Simple things like that, which make the game a lot of these micro little things that make things really interesting to play. Right, okay, I got some coins. Let me see if I can quickly go over and show you what it's like to travel the seas in this game. I don't know if it'll unlock an island for me yet, but I'm gonna try and see if I can show that to you. Let's go really quick. We've got the key now to open the buffers. We've got swords, so these guys are gonna die pretty fast. I got some health, I don't want to miss that, even though this is just a demo game which I'm going to throw away. I need a master key. All right. So I still don't have what I want. And I think I need a master key for the other stuff also. So I can't show you that part, unfortunately. But that's also fun. Like, you get on the boat and you can shoot at things, and that gives you rewards. There are little enemies that show up on the sea. So you keep kind of going through these different islands and playing out different missions. And you keep going back and forth as well, which makes it interesting and fun as well. Yep. So that's all I have to say about this game. Who is this game for? It's the kind of person who wants to get away from all those serious games, really have fun and relax while playing the game. It's not too stressful, it's not very difficult. And if you really get stuck, there are like a ton of playthrough videos there and tutorials and articles that you can see to kind of get out of the problems that you have. It's not too hard. So that's who this game is for. Yeah, it's kid friendly. Any kid can play it. If you want to buy this game for your kid, I think your kid is going to really enjoy the game. Yeah. So that's who this game for. And that's the kind of way it looks and feels. And I just played a bit of it for you right in the beginning, just to give you a feel for what it's like. There's a lot more to explore in this game, which I will not get into because it'll spoil the fun for you. So I'm just going to stop right at this point. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you were able to make a buying decision after watching this video. If you weren't able to, please let me know what else I can add to this video to give you that. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope this helped you. I'm going to see you in the next one soon. Alright, bye.